Just gonna start the VOD so we can introduce the stuff again.
Yep.
Maybe repeat what we just said.
Yeah, welcome guys back to the Honor of Quake League game between EO or bface and Team Broken on C10. Called you Conundrum. And I'm gonna start off with let's see if we can try to be in sync here. I'm gonna do follow power up and follow killer, and I'm speccing Scoot right now.
Okay, so I think Scoot is probably going to defend, isn't he? Just switch to him. Yeah, he is.
He's going to defend the lower med kit. No, hold on. Let's see where he's going.
He's basically just defending.
He's gonna be the guy that takes all the megas and all the yellows. And there will be a second defender. As of yet, I don't know who the second defender is. There are a couple of ways to defend this map. So one guy could just stay at the medkit and just rail everyone who enters. And whenever someone takes a flag, like Draven does right now, you have to call whether he goes low or high. And that way, you basically just, catch him off guard. Because you can take the teleporter, so if he goes high, you can just take the teleporter when you're defending from the medkit.
So picking up he just picked up the flag while the power-up was supposed to come up. Would you say this is a good idea, attacking while power-up is supposed to come?
Well, I don't think on this map it's a really particularly good idea, because it's because of the way the map is built. So I don't think you really want to go in and take the flag, because whenever you do that, you can be chased rather quickly, I think. Even if you go high, so you can just, go mid and take the jump pad, and intercept the flag carrier. So that being said, Draven once again picks up the flag, and we have seen a lot of flag touches so far from EO. So there's a lot of pressure on their base. I don't think Team Broken has picked up the flag yet.
No, they haven't.
But Scoot is under a lot of pressure here, and he's actually going down to Gerpa, but even that is not really gonna help him to cap here. Although Extra is going down, there's still a lot more they need in terms of resources to actually get the flag out. You can't really cap with like 50 HP on this map. It's gonna be really hard. You need at least a couple of guys to help you out escorting the flag. And Solar has got the flag, but I don't think he's gonna go anywhere, and neither is Draven.
Oh, that might save him.
31 HP. You should be really careful here.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice aggressive rocket jump. That's what I like to do as well. That's really, once they're high and they're passing mid, you gotta be really quick, and either you rocket jump high or you just try to find a way to get there as quickly as possible. And that's not always the normal route. Take the teleporter, it takes too much time, so. But let's see what Draven can do right now, and he's rather cautiously, look at that, nice real by blade. He just saw an inch of Draven's head and just used that to basically snipe him away.
So speaking of power-ups, right now we have Regen for Bloodface and Haste for Broken. So what power-up would you recommend for this map is more important to the team?
I mean, it really depends on your style, but I think most of the attackers prefer the haste, because when you take the flag, because you're so fast, you also take less damage. Whereas the regen, you're basically slower, your normal speed, but you will absorb the damage that you take while basically running away with a flag. So. But capping faster is more importantly on this map than with standing more damage, so I think haste would be of preference here.
Yeah, I think so too, but I think when you have haste, you gotta synchronize your attacks pretty well, because otherwise if you just went in straight, you're gonna take all the damage and probably just die, certainly. So you might want to have your mates to attack first and absorb the damage, and then you get in, grab the flag, and just run out.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I was just thinking to add something, but that's basically it, yeah.
Well, either way, it's kind of hard to attack on this map, in my opinion, because on every map that has such an open, long way to the flag, you probably take at least one rail, and I don't know if this really works in Quake Live, because back in Quake 3, not every player had 50 plus rail like they have now. So
Yeah.
back then, those games or the maps probably went better.
I agree. It's like on what's it called, Shining Forces,
Yeah.
where basically the same rule applies, that the base is extremely big, rail is overpowered, and it really does make capping a lot harder. And rail and shaft basically are the only weapons that you need on this map, and obviously a rocket launcher when you escape. So
Yeah, but as the rail is placed in the base, it's pretty hard to get it, so even harder to attack
Yep.
then.
Yep, exactly. Let's see what Hazard can do right now. He's got a really good stack here. He's sending someone in first. And we might just see a cross cap here, because with 3 people basically trying to escort the flag, really what Broken should do here is just either try to get the flag back or attack themselves, and they're decided to actually get the flag back, with the exception of Solar, who just tried to pick it up meanwhile.
Have you seen Hazard attacking on this map before in any games?
I've seen actually a couple of attacks from Hazard, and he's not to underestimate. He's got really good movement.
He's one of...
is not bad either.
Yeah, that's basically true, but I can recall some situations on this map where he really screwed it up, and it's just pretty funny to see that, so that's why I'm mocking him all the time when he plays this map.
That's kind of mean, but...
That's just like I am. I'm German, what do you expect?
Yeah. Sure, we are terrible people, we Germans. Anyway, tons of flag pickups and a timeout. And Solar was 999. It looks to me that Broken are slightly outfragged, just a bit. Solar is not looking too strong at the moment. It seems to me that he's just rushing in constantly, trying to do loads of damage. If he does so, fine. But if he's just dying without, you know, doing any damage whatsoever, I think this is gonna be a problem in the future, because 77 to 19, that speaks for itself. That speaks for a very strong defense, or mindless rushing. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm specking Hazard right now. Hazard basically is just doing the second defender. He's just staying at shaft the entire time. And whenever someone attacks high, he's just trying to get a rail shot him. When the first defender who's defending from the medkit tells him to come to the flag, he's just gonna do that. So basically, Hazard's job is not too hard, but whenever the power-up will be up, he might be the guy to take it. So it's really up to him to do something during power-up. But as he just lost it to Gerber, actually Gerber is on his team, so technically he didn't lose it, he just gave it away to his teammate.
By dying to Solar.
Yeah. Regardless, Gerber still has to find a way actually into the base, while Extro gets annihilated from 2 rails. Oh yeah.
Do you really think Hazard is playing shaft? Is that the second defender position?
It looked like it. Let me
I haven't
just
seen it before.
see. Or is he attacking constantly?
I don't really know, to be honest. I haven't seen someone playing
right
shaft
now.
here on this map. I thought there was a high def, and concerning the time, he just saved the power up. Maybe.
No, well, if you spec him, he's sort of idling by at the yellow armor, so I think that is really his dedicated role. And
Okay.
due to the changes that were made to the map, positioning, like the high defense is not really high defense anymore. Basically, the guy just stands at the medkit and rails everyone. And when someone actually is high, you just take the teleporter to get there and clean high. So
Oh,
you
that
don't
probably
have to
makes
stay
sense.
high all the time. You just have to make sure when someone takes the flag to really cover the lower entrance, and also just from yeah, not letting anyone into the base just that easily through that back door.
True.
And I'm specking Hazard, I mean, right now, and he's still at that yellow room.
Yeah.
Like I said, there are a couple of ways to play it, but it seems to me that yeah, EO chose to do it that way. Oh, Lithium does look really good right now. I'm speccing him. He's got 160 health, 100 armor, and a regen, and a haste, and medkit. So if he takes the flag,
Oh,
he
there's
should really try to rocket
3
jump away.
raiders there.
Wow. He's just doing super aggressive rocket jumps all over the map, just trying to get out of there, but it's not really working. I think he really could have benefited.
Well, you probably had bad
Don't know
luck
if that's the word.
because Broken didn't really attack at all. They just stayed base with 3 guys and only let extra attack. I don't know if that was such a smart decision because they had power up as well and kind of wasted it like that.
Yeah. I mean, I remember in the old days that you would sort of like to stay more defensive when the opponent has haste, because you know how dangerous haste can be with a faster attacker. So, however, with the new map changes, I don't think you really have to, you know. I mean, they're not gonna have 200. That's a really rare case that you have 200. You know, the red has been removed, and so stacking up actually becomes quite hard. So you just have 2 yellows and the mega health. So, and the mega health is usually is gonna be split up between the 2 defenders. Yeah, but anyway, 10 minutes into game, still 0-0. This might turn into a very long game. Although once one team has a cap, we might just see one of the teams just go ultra defensive and just try to run down the clock, basically.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, we have a Japanese castle. The second map is probably way more offensive, so there's probably going to be more action then. Yeah, we do.
Yep. And Hazard has got the haste. He's going low. He's not taking any damage right now. And let's see if one of his mates is. Yeah, one of his mates comes via the Met Kid.
Just go with that. Oh, no.
Yeah.
He's not gonna go anywhere now, I think.
Waiting for a shot there. And if he hadn't hesitated, he just hesitated because he wanted to. I think he wanted to wait for the first rare shot.
Yeah.
From whoever was staying high, and just hoping that he would miss it and then just run away instead of just run away, being predictable. But that waiting not only lost his time but also gave Scoot the chance to run into base. So either way, he was sort of fucked, if you ask me.
Yeah, definitely. Well, what I was wondering, because I've just got noticed quite short-handed that this game is even going to happen. So guys, if you know you're gonna play some games tonight and want them to be covered, let us know a bit earlier, because I've just quit a practice clan war to just cover this game. So next time, just tell me a bit before. Would be cool.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that.
Oh, but we have a flag pickup right now.
I'm not always cussing. Oh, we've got a flag cap here. Sorry, I've actually missed that.
Yeah, so did I. Purple got it.
Wow. That was a bit unfortunate, really.
Quake didn't really change. Did it for you?
I don't know why it did not change to the flag carrier's pop, really. I don't know why it didn't change, because I've got follow power up and follow killer and whatnot, so it should really immediately switch to the flag carrier. Anyway, 1-0. Now,
maybe a double power up for bface now.
yeah, this could be good, but
go pick it up.
Raven having like next to nothing, he's gonna have to wait a bit here. I don't think he should rush, rush too much. I don't think he's gonna be able to.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice. Telefrag. I don't think he's gonna be able to use the haste anyway. Yeah. So he's just gonna wait for the regen to work. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Draven still has to fight against Scoot. Scoot is actually going down.
Oh,
and
that was
Draven
bad
is
luck.
basically waiting for way too long here. Way too long. He should have just went for the flag straight away. I think. It's just, I think that the nature of the spawns still make it really hard to get out of the flag room without having to fight against spawns. So really, sometimes fighting is not always the best, because they might just spawn well, either in the enemy, well, at the enemy rail, or somewhere high where they could just, you know, shoot at you, basically. Anyway, so that got the flag, and Draven has got the flag as well. Solo going down, and
So did Draven.
So did Draven. Yeah. If we look at the statistics, although that's just, yeah, never mind, Gerber's not gonna get out, but Lithium, he's playing a very strong role here. I mean, he's died 5 times on this rather aggressive map, if you ask me. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on you as a base def. So I think he's doing a great job holding the team together. 5 is it's not that easy, not on this level anyway.
Yeah, definitely. And yet again, Bloodface managed to take both power-ups.
Red flag returned.
Yeah. Let's see what Lithium can do. He's got a really big stack here.
He just died.
Actually going down with tons of rockets, and Scoot says, "Thank you very much. I'm gonna take this." An extra being behind the flag is not going anywhere either. Whoops.
Blue flag returned.
But it didn't
So
really seem like any mate came up to help him, did it? There was like no one.
Up there. Well, we still got 2 power-ups, you know, but it's gonna get still really hard. I think 4 minutes is not much time. It's definitely possible. I mean, it's only 1 flag, but I think bface smelts it. bface know, okay, you know, they might just turn on the pressure. As I say that, two of them are just draining into under the flag room, but Lithium just defends them off.
Impressive.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on Lithium right now, but still, I mean, his stack is so big that it will need a lot of firepower to actually take him down. Extra has got the flag, he's got 28 HP, he's actually going by the shaft room here. And he's already at the rail, he gets railed by a forward attacker.
Oh, nice shotgun there by
Takes
Scoot.
away the flag, having 40 HP. However, we've got the cross cap situation, and now Scoot could have a really big problem here. He's actually behind the flag. Still alive though by that attack that Lithium carried out on him. So
Draven on the other hand has the flag and the region, which is pretty good for him. It's quite a solid position now.
Scoot on the other hand hasn't got any power up whatsoever, but he has got a med kit and a yellow armor and a mega health, so he should be good to go. Still, having a cross cap situation on this map means that you have to be very aware of where the opponent is rushing you. I mean, basically waiting at the lower rail at the med kit is obviously not a bad choice, but you usually want to cycle between the 2 yellows if you can, because you really need the stack to survive it, as the map is rather open. You really want to have a big stack. It's not like C7 where you can, you know, have a lot of options and hide. Because the map is so open, you can just get railed rather easily, so yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I think as the time is going down, Broken should really try to attack with maybe even all of them, because it's just do or die right now, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if the next
power up
could be decided. Oh, Lithium is attacking. Lithium is.
Oh, he turned the flag.
This
is gonna be a good game now.
Yep.
Why doesn't he cap? He didn't notice. He didn't notice. He just. Oh my god. What is he doing? Was he
Did
fooling
just-
around,
Did
or
he just want to waste time?
I have no idea? But no, I think he screwed it up because the
just
others are
didn't
laughing
know.
as well. So
Yeah. No, but that was really a good attack. First, Gerpa came in and shafted a lot of armor away from Scoot, and then Lithium came in, who had a big stack as well. And like I said, I mean, it's sort of have an area where you can't really run away. I mean, if you're standing high at the mega health, you don't really have many options. You just want to get the mega health and just get the fuck out of there, because there are so many ways you can get an attack in, basically from high and via the teleporter. And whenever someone attacks you via the teleporter, yeah, you really you can get surprised, and that can really backfire. But well done, bface, winning 2-0 on C10. Yep. Lithium, man of the match.
yeah,
Returning
definitely.
the flag, making it 2-0, and also having a ridiculous score. Although Scoot not playing bad either, 50-19. Him being the main def, and Lithium being the main def as well. Yeah, Extra died a lot, 70 times, as opposed to Gerpa, who died 61 times and did a couple of more frags. It's not always about frags though. Some might think, but it really depends.
Yeah, it depends on the map basically, and of course.
Yeah, I mean, if you see Gerpa on C7, he dies tons of times, but if you look at his stats later on, he did like, what, 13k damage. I mean, if you do 13k damage, it doesn't really matter how many times you die, it just matters that he did a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, it probably depends on how your team is going to play, because you sort of need to have the same. Thanks for interrupting me, by the way. Because you, man, you're doing that all the time, aren't you? Noticing that?
Yeah,
well,
I like to do that. I like to talk.
I was
Anyway.
about to say that that you're gonna need a team that is going to play like you, because if you have only one guy doing damage and damage and damage, it's probably not going to help your team, because I don't know, it's just senseless then. So you should probably focus on doing the same as your team does. Speaking of teams, teams are going live actually, and will you take us away, Ishi?
Yeah, second map CP1 or Japanese Castle, which is Broken's choice, and we already see a flag pickup here by Solar, who's going down to the plasma gun of Lithium once again. What do you reckon? I mean, do you think that Broken can make it even here in terms of maps?
I think Bloodface is probably going to win, because I can't really remember that this is the best map of Broken. I mean, even we with Too Fast won against them on this map. Well, it doesn't really mean they are bad, because we are pretty good. But so, I don't know, I just think they're as good on this map as on others, like C2 for example. Or C7 even.
Yep. Yeah, I think, I mean, with Calypso not being here, they might not have their best map pick. With their best lineup, sorry.
Yeah. I think this is going to go in favor for Bloodface here.
Excellent.
Okay. Well, let's see. First power basically didn't do really much. The quad came to the mid map, like to the middle of the map. So the plasma gun was killed, then was picked up by Draven, who basically had both power-ups, but couldn't really attack. As when the time he needed to actually pick up the both power-ups, he just needed so much time, so that he wasted the power-up. Anyway, we see Extra having the flag. Probably gonna wait for the yellow, I wanted to say, but he's actually not doing so. He's actually trying to escape with one of his mates escorting him. That's always a really, I mean, for me, as who is not an attacker, one question that I always, well, one thing that is really hard to decide on is whether or not you're gonna wait for the enemy yellow. sometimes it really works out in favor when someone is not chasing you, but then again, the longer you wait, the more the other opposing team can prepare for your escape, basically.
Yeah. Well, I think it depends on a lot of things, because basically if you got a call of your team that some way is clear, then you should probably just go and don't wait, because it's probably, yeah, probably spawners are going to block your way out other ways. But if no team is helping you and you don't know if it's clean or it's not, and you don't have a spawner in your base, I would probably go to wait, because stack on this map is pretty important if you want to leave.
Yeah, and let's look at Draven. Draven is attacking here, killing 2 defenders, still having some of the region left, but is going down if I'm not mistaken. But Extra has got the flag. He's actually going garden, but is getting chased at by Gerpo, who's actually returning the flag. So he sort of got really far there, but maybe got a bit unfortunate or just outplayed by Gerpa, who was chasing him rather quickly. I just saw that. I mean, when Draven attacked, he had a really big stack. Basically, he took the front yellow and the enemy front yellow as well. In that regard, do you time the front yellows or your own front yellow, or do you just, you know, go with the flow, just take it whenever it's there?
I have to admit that I usually just pick it when I see it, but that's probably a bad habit, because it's always an advantage having armor on this map. And well, there's 2 tactics on this map. You can either leave it to the second def and let him time it, so he can stack up a little bit more, or the offenders can take it, but then you have really to time it, because otherwise the enemies will take it and just put more pressure on your enemies, on your base.
Yeah, I do agree.
So what tactic do you prefer? Are you taking this, or are you leaving this for the offenders?
I just noticed that a lot of teams don't time it. They just don't care. You know, they just don't take it. And I think it's really important, because whenever you have got the power up, having your home yellow secure and knowing the time is so good and so important for a proper attack on this map. You know, with the fact being that there's not much resource on the map anyway, so you might as well just take the few yellows that are there and actually time them.
Yeah, definitely.
So I would like to see more teams time the yellow and basically time it in a way that when the power up is up, that you can actually grab it.
So basically Draven has just been complaining that Broken had quad 3 times in a row, and I don't really remember if Bloodface had any quads yet. So what do you think about this random power-ups? Do you think it's fair?
Well,
Impressive.
it's really a hard question, I think, because some might say that quad is a lot stronger on this map and a lot better, but sometimes you see regen caps that are basically just possible because of regen, you know.
Yeah.
So that they would have not been possible with a quad. So either way, I think it really depends on what kind of attacker you are. If you, I mean, someone like Juvenile prefers the quad, yeah. Some others, maybe like Gerpa, prefers the regen. You know, it really comes down to personal preference. Although, probably most of the people agree that they would rather see the quad all the time than the regen.
Yeah. I would like to see that, to be honest.
I mean,
Regeneration.
just having them randomly can really fuck up the game in a way.
Or let's say
really?
randomly would be okay if both would get the same. Then it would be
Then it's
okay.
not random anymore. Well, it's
Well, it
random
is.
in a way,
It is either
but
region or quad. You don't know.
yeah, it's either or, but it allows for different tactics. I mean, if the enemy has got the quad, yeah, and you actually are capable of securing the enemy quad, then it's yours. So that's one of the things that are possible on this map. On other maps, there's either, well, on other maps like C10, it's the same literally. So you don't always have to go with your own power up. So you might just get lucky.
Yeah.
So I think in that regard, it is okay. It is fair if you think about it. Yeah. Anyway, there's not really much going on, is there?
No, not lately. Not lately.
I just see Gerber defending.
Yeah, this is quite uncommon, isn't it? I haven't seen him defending while Hazard being attacker.
Yeah.
Maybe they saw the potential of Hazard.
Maybe, we don't know.
Sweden's
Might
next
just,
superstar.
prove us wrong. That he's the superstar picking flag. With that in mind, we still have extra to actually escape here. Maybe the 50 HP bubble is up. It's actually up, but can he take it and survive? No. He gets double teamed by Gerber and Hazard there, I think.
Yeah, and power-ups are coming up now. So yet another region for Bloodface and a quad for Broken.
I think most of the times we've seen both teams taking the route through the garden. Maybe just a brief thought that they should change that. Maybe they should try to go high. But both of these teams probably know what they're doing, so trying to give advice. It's not that easy.
Scooter's just taken out both defenders there with squad. That's surely gonna annoy them.
Impressive.
Yeah, they're defending heavily here. They're afraid of Draven, who got the power up and was rather stacked. So he's not gonna get flag. And everything is basically back to normal. Scoot's stacking up again, and so's Grandpa. Yeah, who just killed off Solar and probably now Extra. There you go. Huh! I mean, look at the frag count. You see that Broken once again is sort of out-fragged. I mean, Draven having like 28 kills, Gerber having 20, Lithium 20, just Hazard having 12. On the other hand, you see Team Broken with hardly above 50. So
this is pretty weird, to be honest, because on this map you can't really dodge to do damage, you know, because every time you go anywhere you at least face one enemy, and if you wouldn't damage him at all, that's kind of dull. So I don't know, they probably really get out-aimed, just whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if it depends on really how you attack. I mean, if you always attack alone and you're always facing someone who's got a bigger stack than you're screwed basically. But overall, you're right. I mean, whoever crosses mid should always take damage, some damage. If he enters high, he should eat some rocket or whatever. But Scoot is actually taking up the second power up here, and he's going high. Draven hitting one very important rail and his second one as well. That will basically just screw up the tag that Scoot tried to plant.
Well, sorry to interrupt you, but I don't know if you noticed that, but yet again, Broken had another quad and Bloodface had another region. That's like no quads at all for Bloodface so far, and all quads for Broken. This is really fucked.
Yeah, this could really fuck up the game. I mean, it's still 0-0 with Extra having the flag and Gerber having the flag on the other hand. But Extra once again is just getting double teamed at the garden by Draven, and Gerber is losing.
No, he kept.
He's not losing the flag. He's actually capping, and that might have been thanks. Did he have a big stack when he capped?
I wasn't on his fourth, unfortunately. I saw Extra.
Me neither.
But he had like 100 left when he capped, or even more. I don't know.
That must be quite a lot. Anyway, Scoot has got the flag. Sees actually the enemy flag. The flag. His own flag is actually flying in. so to speak. And now they're trying to escape here with Blade being the cannon fodder, and Hazard being the man. I think he returned the flag, didn't he? Yeah, Hazard returned the blue flag. And once again, just going via the garden is really needs a lot of work. I mean, going garden and then via the plasma gun is just screws you over so much, because you first of all you slow down due to the geometry of the map, because basically you have to cut corner and you can't just, you know, do that with a lot of speed. And second of all, usually people expect you to go there and they can just spam rockets and you're not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see what Gerpa can do with his power up here.
Well, both got region this time, so it's a bit more fair this time. But coming back to this situation we just had, when Scoot came into his home garden, I really wonder why he did this. This really seemed like bad communication, because his team really knew that Bloodface had their flag, and they didn't really know where he's going yet, so he should probably have went to his mates and just wait for the enemy to come out. But instead of this, he just went in alone. It's not a smart choice, to be honest.
Yeah. But I mean, 14 minutes in and only one cap is not much.
That's true.
And I think that Broken is really trying to keep it together, not playing too offensive. That, on the other hand, leaves bface with a lot of room to attack and basically push them away. You know, in terms of frags, it shows us that Broken is sort of getting pushed away by either by the aim or basically by just being outplayed. I don't know, it's hard to tell. But yeah. Let's just look at the statistics later on and let's see how much damage has been dealt by either of the teams to just confirm our theory of who's being pushed by whom. Yeah. Next power up is in 15 seconds. Let's see if Broken is actually trying to get the enemy power up. Nextra is going in high, but it's not getting it.
Excellent 5 minutes.
As far as I can tell, Scoot on the other hand already has got the quad, so we see quad and a region. Or am I wrong? I'm just gonna stay on Scoot here. Scoot still has got 10 seconds left. This could be pretty good here. Just has to kill Gerpa, who's not dying to that shotgun. Jesus Christ. Now Scoot has still 1 second left, but once again, he's going garden. You see that? And Draven, are you still here?
Defense.
Alright, anyway, Draven has got the flag, although he just died. Extra has got the flag and he's got still a lot of health. He can make this 1-to-1. Well done, Team Broken. That was really nice. Extra just saving the day here. As of yet, 4 minutes left. They still will have to cap to make it even in terms of maps. Well played, sir. Well played.
How did
So,
this? I'm sorry, I'm back. Did he cap due to the power up, or how did this happen?
I think Scoot had the quad and basically killed Gerpa. Gerpa was really stacked as far as I can tell, because he didn't really die to any of the shotgun shots that Scoot rained down on him, although him having quad. So I think really that gave Extra the advantage, and also I think he took the enemy yellow as well, so that gave him really good chance to cap. And I think he went high. I think my short-term memory is really bad, but I think he went high instead of the garden. Like, yeah. Anyway, 1-to-1. Scoot having the quad once again.
I think
Let's see.
Broken is really blessed with quads.
Yeah. Extra should just try to restack as well and attack with Scoot again. Just do it like they did earlier.
So
As
with
long as
Draven going in right now.
and kills the two defenders, everything is fine. But meanwhile, Draven is taking the flag, basically just doing that, basically doing what, yeah, Scoot wanted to do.
But see, this is the difference. He got a call and he waited at the 50 bubbles instead of just going in mindlessly. This resulted in a cap.
Yeah.
Assist.
That looked rather easy.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I think that one of the problems also were that I think Scoot attacked alone with quad. Ek was nowhere near helping him out, so basically Scoot attacked alone and then just... He couldn't really kill both of them, so he went down, and the chance of capping was rather slim, as X would come in rather late. I said rather twice. Apologize. Yeah. Last power up, last chance to make this even and going into overtime. So has got the flag, rocket jumps up.
What
takes
the
some
rocket
damage,
jump?
Screwing up that rocket jump badly.
Blue flag returned.
Writing GG, caps lock.
Maybe you should do the decay guide and get some tips on some rocket jumps.
Maybe
Or maybe you could buy some Stormy lessons.
some stuff. Yeah.
Red flag
Well,
returned.
sure, why not? Why not? Maybe Caleb lessons or... Yeah. Maybe him. Or Linky. Linky lessons. Yeah, 30 seconds left, with Scoot being in his own base with the remaining few seconds of his
What are they
power.
doing there? They're still defending with two guys. Why aren't they
could
pushing?
Still attack. I mean, why are they not attacking? Just go in with 4 people. What can you
Yeah.
lose, basically? Just surprise them. Rush in with 4 people, get the flag out, and return it on the way home. Win. Easy on paper, hard to pull off. Now,
that's too late.
Blue flag returned.
even if you had crossed mid, you would have probably gotten to the plasma gun if he had done a high rocket jump, and that is about it. Quad raped.
Yeah, definitely, but
Yep.
quite a close match, as expected, to be honest. And yeah, would I have placed
2-0,
money on this?
2-1.
I would be a rich man now. So
Yeah, let's just
let's go into the
briefly look at
stats.
the statistics, and then let's just wrap it up real quick. So basically, on C10, which was the first map, which was won by Team bface, they had around about 5,000 more damage. And they both had the same amount of damage taken. So, so basically, 5,000 damage is a lot. That's sort of like half player, if you will.
Yeah, that's true.
So that made things a lot harder, I think. I mean, 2 guys, Hazard and Gerber, both had 10,000 damage, whereas Team Red, none of them had 10,000. So out damaged. Let's see Japanese Castle. Same story? Maybe not. In terms of damage, they actually were rather close, which maybe also displays that, or just recaps the situation that basically the maps was kind of close. Only with Draven having 10k damage and Extra being rather close to 9.3k, that was sort of equal.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe Lithium was right and just really came down to the quad. What do you think?
Well, probably yeah. But the thing is, they even won. So, well, if you see the scores,
Yeah.
of course, they did a lot more damage, or not too much. But I think had Bloodface had those quads, they probably won even higher. It really is a disadvantage, in my opinion, having all those regions against quads all the time, because you can't really push. Because if the enemy all the time has quad, you really need to defend. You can't just mindlessly rush, because it's really likely that they're gonna take out your defense otherwise. And
Yeah, I agree. It really puts you in defense mode. Basically, the entire team is just fearing the upcoming quad.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Nonetheless, bface won 2-0. Basically, yeah,